Good evening, everybody. Am I audible to you? So, last class we discussed about the motion in a plane chapter. In that motion in a plane, we learn motion in a plane part 1. May I know who is there? Your live chat is not coming. Yes, that's a problem. I think. Okay, sir. I am visible. Okay, guys. Today topic we learn about motion in a plane, projectile motion, oblique projectile over I think we done a few things in oblique projectile. If you have any problem regarding that, you can chat directly in WhatsApp. I think live chat is enabled. It is disabled. I don't know what happened. So I will resolve the problem later. So what you learned in previous class means projectile, what is kinetic energy, what is potential energy, and we learn all these things. How to calculate the kinetic energy and potential energy, what is the kinetic energy formula and potential energy formula while it is at a maximum height, minimum height. Then later we learned if it is if they give time of flight, how to find out the maximum height and time of flight relation. H is equals to 1 by 8 gt squared. I think this is the things we discussed in the previous session. Now this session we would like to discuss about the relation between equation of trajectory, what are the various forms of equation of trajectory, all these things. Okay, see, we learn this is the maximum height. At this maximum height we have a velocity that is u cos theta. Okay, that u cos theta, and it's make an angle theta here. This is u cos theta horizontal projectile, u cos theta I cap. This is u sin theta vertical projectile. Okay, so it having one component only. At the maximum height we learn only one component, that is u cos theta. So how the kinetic energy and potential energy will change according to the law of conservation of energy. At the point of projection, if you take, this is the point of projection, let us take, this is the origin O, this is point A, and this point is called as point of striking. And how it will change means, at the point of projection it have only kinetic energy. Why? Because it is starting from the ground, means potential energy almost is equals to zero. The potential energy is zero means while the body is moving upward direction. In last previous video we done what is the direction of acceleration and what is the direction of velocity. So direction of acceleration is always acting vertically, acting towards the center of the earth. Why? Because the direction of acceleration is always in the direction of force. Your gravitational pull is acting downwards, so direction of acceleration is downward direction. That we done line axis. If you take this point, this is the direction of acceleration. Okay, and if you want to know the direction of velocity, we just draw one tangential line. This is the point. If you take, this is the tangential line. At this point it gives the velocity. So again it having two components like this. This is Vx, this is Vy, and it's make an angle alpha. Last class we learned what is the formula to find out the alpha value, tan alpha. Tan alpha equals to Vy by Vx. That we can write tan alpha equals to Vy is equals to u sin theta minus gt by u cos theta. This is the formula to find out the angle made by the projectile after t seconds. Okay, after t seconds means in this t, if they ask 1 second, take t equals to 1 second. If you take t is equals to 2, you will get what is the velocity of the projectile after 2 seconds. And if they ask what is the formula to find out the velocity of a projectile after t seconds means, and this is the formula, v bar equals to u cos theta I cap plus u sin theta minus gt j cap. This is the formula. Okay, these are the two powerful formulas to find out the velocity of a projectile after some times and what is the angle made by the projectile after t seconds. Okay guys, now see, at the point of projection it having only kinetic energy, while the body is moving upward direction its velocity changes. And motion in straight line we learned. So we have the formula v equals to, suppose see, vertical velocity formula vy. If you write here, I am writing here, see, if you write vertical velocity vy equals to, this is the formula u sine theta minus gt. Guys, you see here, this is the formula u sine theta minus gt is there. Here t is there. So we already know that the horizontal component remains constant. Means this u cos theta component is always remains constant. Only there is a change in vertical component. Vy component will change. Only vertical component will change. Okay. How it will change means use this formula u sine theta minus gt. See, this is the vertical component vy equals to u sine theta minus gt. See, if you take t, suppose this u sine theta value 10 is there. Let us consider u sine theta, we got 10. The theta is equals to 30 degrees. If theta is equals to 30 degrees, u value is 20 is there. So sine 30 is 1 by 2. This is 20. 20 by 2 means 10 we will get. So if you take u sine theta value is equals to some 20 or 30. Here minus gt is there. Minus gt means every second, if you take t is equals to 1, u sine theta minus g will come. If t equals to 2, u sine theta minus 2z. U sine t is equals to 3, u sine theta minus 3z. U sine theta minus 4z, 6g, 7g. Means every second what happened, the velocity is reduced by g times. Is it clear? So t equals to 1 means 1g will come, t equals to 2 means 2z, 3z, 4z, 5z, 6z, 7g, 8g. Means when the time is increases, what happen? The vertical component velocity becomes less. It will goes on decreasing. Okay, that is the way. At a particular time, what happened? The velocity, the vertical component of the velocity becomes 0. At what time the vertical component of the velocity becomes 0? That time is called as time of ascent. So normally we have the definition. What is time of ascent? The time taken by the body to reach the maximum height. Means the time taken by the body to travel from point O to point A. That time is called as time of ascent. Now see, in case of time of ascent, means while the body is moving upward direction, initially if it is a ground, body is here. Now it is moving up. We have the formula, we know the concept of kinetic energy and potential energy. You may learn in 9th standard. Okay, and later otherwise we will learn in the next chapter, work power energy. Kinetic energy, potential energy means, what is meant by kinetic energy means the energy gained by the body because of its motion or because of its velocity. Means when the velocity of the body is increases, kinetic energy increases. Okay, when, what is the meaning of potential energy? Potential energy means the energy gained by the body because of its position or because of its height or because of its configuration. Configuration means how strong it will be bonding between the molecules. Okay, so here if what happened, height increases. Height increases means just now we learned what is potential energy. Potential energy is nothing but the energy gained by the body because of its position. Means height increases. Height increases means potential energy increases. Okay, height decreases means potential energy decreases. While the body is moving upward direction, by using this formula, what happened? Velocity decreases. If velocity decreases, kinetic energy formula half mv square. V decreases means kinetic energy decreases. Means in case of ascent, the body is moving upwards. Ascending case, what happened? Kinetic energy decreases, potential energy increases. In case of descending, means from here to here, A to B, it is descending, means again it is coming down. It is coming down means height, what happened? It is goes on decreasing, height decreasing, and striking velocity increases. Striking velocity formula we have root 2zh. Okay, striking velocity increases. The body freely falling body, if you take formula v is equals to u sin theta minus gt, velocity increase. Again, kinetic energy increases, potential energy decreases. What happened means initially it having kinetic energy, while it is moving ascending order means kinetic energy is converted into the potential energy, while it is descending order, potential energy is converted as the kinetic energy, but total energy of the system is always remains constant. Understood? The total energy of the system, if you take this particle projectile motion, if you take one particular mass, if you take that mass, total energy remains constant, it is always remains again, potential energy becomes kinetic energy. Okay, see, these are the formulas to find out tan alpha. Now they ask, in board examination they ask, prove that equation of trajectory is a parabola. What is parabola means? In last class we learned what is horizontal displacement. Horizontal displacement we can write x equals to u cos theta into t. This is the formula to find out the horizontal displacement of a body at a projectile at t seconds. If you take t is equals to 1, if you take, it will gives this equation gives the displacement of a particle after 1 second along the horizontal direction. Similarly, if they ask vertical displacement, this vertical displacement means by using the formula s equals to ut plus half at square, but body is moving in upward direction, we are taking only y components. Y components means this is u sin theta into t minus half gt square. This is the formula to find out vertical displacement of a projectile after t seconds. This y equals to u sin theta into t minus half gt square. Here u sin theta is nothing but vertical velocity component. Horizontal, here we have horizontal and this is vertical. Initial vertical velocity component u sin theta into t minus half gt square. Suppose if they ask equation of trajectory means you take, see, this is x equals to u cos theta into t is there. From this t equals to x by u cos theta will come. The t value you can substitute, you will get here y equals to x tan theta minus half g x square by u square cos square theta, g x square by 2 u square cos square theta. This is equation of trajectory y equals to x tan theta minus half g x square by 2 u square cos square theta. This is called as equation of trajectory. If they ask what is the equation of trajectory means, that is a formula y equals to x tan theta minus half g x square by 2 u square cos square theta. This is equation of trajectory. Okay, this equation of trajectory we can write in the different forms. See, y equals to x tan theta minus half g x square by 2 u square cos square theta. This is called as equation of trajectory. See, write down these formulas. This is tan alpha formula. This is the formula we can use to find out the angle made by the projectile when the body is ascending in upward direction or descending in downward direction at a particular time. If they ask time means 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, this formula. If they ask velocity, this is the formula. If they ask horizontal displacement, this is the formula. If they ask vertical displacement, this is the formula. If they ask what is equation of trajectory means y equals to x tan theta minus half g x square by 2 u square cos square theta. Okay. These are the fundamental formulas we should know to deal the problems in the motion in a plane. If you know this, we can solve any kind of problem. Okay. I can go for next one. See. See. I am writing equation of trajectory here. This is a formula. Okay, that is equation of trajectory. See, guys, this is equation of trajectory, but this equation of trajectory we can write in a different forms. So let us consider this x equals to tan theta, you take a tan theta is assumed as A, and g by 2 u square cos square theta, you take B. Now this formula we can write y equals to ax minus bx square. This is equation of parabola. This is called as equation of parabola. Y equals to x tan theta minus gx square by 2u square cos square theta. 2u square cos square theta, and this tan theta term you take A, and whatever the term we have g by 2 u square cos square theta, that you take B. So then it becomes y equals to ax minus bx square. This is called as equation of parabola. That's why the path followed by the projectile is called as parabola. Okay, now from this we can write different equations. So how to modify this equation? Y equals to, just write down this first. Y equals to ax minus bx square. Okay, and last class we done the relation between angle of projectile tan theta and maximum height. Okay, tan theta equals to 4h by r. This is the formula y equals to ax minus bx square. Now see how to modify this equation. See guys, this you write y equals to x tan theta minus gx square by 2 u square cos square theta. This is the formula we have. In that, if you take x tan theta, if you take common, x tan theta, if you take common, this becomes 1 minus x is there, so becomes gx by 2 u square cos square theta into tan theta. 2, that we can write 1 minus gx by 2 u square cos square theta into tan theta. See, this y equals to x tan theta into 1 minus gx by 2 u square cos theta is there, and beside that we have tan theta. Tan theta we can write sin theta by cos theta. There one cos theta will get cancelled. This becomes u square into 2 sin theta into cos theta. This is the formula we got. See guys, here u square 2 sin theta cos theta is there. So this we can write 2 sin theta cos theta is nothing but sin 2 theta. So this I am writing y equals to x tan theta into 1 minus x by u square sin 2 theta by g. Okay, this u square sin 2 theta by g is nothing but range. So this equation we can write y equals to x tan theta into 1 minus x by r. This is the powerful equation to solve the problems. Y equals to x tan theta minus 1 minus x by r. See, I'm writing there. That equation I will rewrite here. See, what is the final output we got here? Y equals to x tan theta common 1 minus x by r. This is the one of the very important formula to solve the problems. So what is the importance of this problem means, see how to use this formula. They will give one problem. The equation of a trajectory of a is 10x minus 9x square. The equation of a trajectory is given y equals to 10x minus 9x square. Okay. Now they will ask, this is 10x minus 9x square. Now they will ask, find the range of this projectile. Find the range of this projectile. So whenever the given like this, we can write, see, this equation I'm writing 10x, if you take common, 1 minus 9x by 10 will come. Okay guys, this you take some another number also, if you take, no problem. So if you take, this is 10x, no, you take some 10x minus 18x square, if you take, no problem, 10x square. So this becomes, see, minus x is common, 10x, 18x by 10 will come. Okay, if you multiply, what we get, 10x again will get, this 10 will get again 10x square. Now see, this is 10x, you can write 10x 1 minus x by 10 by 18 we can write. Okay, this is the way we can write. Now comparing this equation and this equation, if they ask tan theta value, what is the angle of projectile? If they ask, x tan theta is equals to 10x, so x get cancelled, x tan theta. Comparing this equation and this equation, x tan theta is equals to 10x. Okay, so x get cancelled. If they ask tan theta value, x tan theta is equals to 10x. Both side x can cancel. If they ask angle, tan theta is equals to 10, then theta is equals to tan inverse 10. Okay. Similarly, here if they is comparing this range value, how much? If they ask range is equals to 10 by 18. This we can write. This is the way we can solve the problem by using this equation. So they will give one equation like this, y equals to 10x minus 18x square or 9x, anything they may give. So we can write in the form of this equation. After that, you will get the equation in this form. Comparing this equation and this equation, tan theta, if they ask, tan theta is equals to 10. So theta is equals to tan inverse 10. Here x by r. So here x by r position, in the position of r, how much we have? 10 by 18 is there. So we can solve that equation by using this shortcut form. This is another form of equation of trajectory. Okay, right. Equation of trajectory. So we have, suppose in problem they will give three-dimensional vectors. The same concept they will give. So equation of equation they will give, the trajectory is like this, a particle is projected like this. A displacement of the particle they will give I is equals to ai cap plus bj cap plus ck cap. ai cap plus bj cap plus ck cap. Sometimes they will give like this, ai cap plus bj cap plus ck cap. Here in previous case we learned only two-dimensional vectors, means horizontal component and vertical component we learn. Here but we have three components is there, I cap, j cap and k cap. Whenever in problem they given I cap, j cap and k cap, this I cap and b cap we are considered as a horizontal components. Understood? If they ask what, what is the value of horizontal components, means magnitude of horizontal component, if they ask horizontal component, we can write root of a square plus b square. If they ask horizontal component, root a square plus b square. Suppose they ask vertical component. If these two are horizontal component, vertical component is the C is vertical component. Okay, guys, that C value is called as vertical component. In this problem, they ask what is range, what is maximum height. Maximum height, H maximum if they ask. The problem is like this: ai cap plus bj cap plus ck cap. If they ask maximum height formula in previous class we derived, that is u square sine square theta by 2z. In that particular case, this u square sine square theta is nothing but vertical component, means vertical component square by 2z. This is vertical component square by 2z. Here in this problem, AIBZ is horizontal. This CK is called as vertical component. Now, according to this formula, H maximum equals to vertical component square. Vertical component is C. Vertical component square means maximum height formula. This we can write C square by 2z. This is the formula. Is it clear? If they give the equation like this, y equals to a cap plus bj cap plus ck cap is given the path of a projectile. In that, if they ask horizontal projectile, how much? Horizontal projectile component means root of a square plus b square. If they ask what is maximum height, c square by 2z. These are the shortcut formulas. Whenever the given trajectory equation is like this, maximum height means c square by 2z. Okay, write down. C square by 2z, direct formula. Okay, guys. C square by 2z. Okay, guys, you see. So this is the way we can do the problems whenever they ask equation of the projector is given like this. Shortcut formula c square by 2z. Okay. I'm going for next C. So now the next topic is complementary angles. What is meant by complementary angles means the sum of the two angles is equals to 90 degrees. What is the meaning of complementary angles? When we call two angles are complementary means the sum of the two angles, if you add the two angles, that should be equals to 90 degrees. If it is 90 degrees, then it is called as complementary angles. Now we have two equal masses, m1 and m2, or body A and B is there. We are projecting from a same point, means point of projection, same point we are projecting, but the two bodies are projected with the two different angles. One is maybe theta, second one is 90 minus theta is there. Okay, so they will ask what is the relations between this first body and second body ranges, and what is the range relation, means what about the first range and second range, and what is the maximum height gained by the first body, second maximum height gained by the second body, and what happened the product of the heights. Okay, see, I'm telling, see, so this is one body I have. From here I'm projecting, so it may go and hit this here. This is the first body, let us take this is theta degrees. Okay, second body I'm projecting from here like this. This is the second body. Now second body is 90 degrees minus theta. As usual, if you take, this is horizontal line, this is vertical line. See the diagram, if you see, we have two projectiles. Lower the down one is, if you take point body A, this is body B, and see point of projection is same point I'm projecting, striking at the same point, this also will come and reaches the same point. By seeing the diagram only, we can get the distance between O and X. The distance between this O and X is called as horizontal displacement or range. Okay, first body range if you take R1, second body range if you take R2. By seeing the diagram only, we can tell that. Why? Because these two are complementary angles. One is theta, second one is 90 minus theta. Theta 1 plus theta 1, theta 2, if you do it, 90 minus theta plus theta, both are get cancelled each other. Then it becomes 90 degrees. So these two are complementary angles. One is 60, another one may be 30 degrees. One is 45, second one is 45. One is 20, second one is 70. Like we have the angles. See, first check the problem. Whenever they given two bodies, means first you have to check the problem angle values. Angle values means whatever the angles they given, first theta 1 and theta 2 value check, add the two values, theta values. If it is 90 degrees, that is the problem based on the complementary angle concept. Okay guys, first you check the problem. In the problem, what are the angles they given, theta 1 value and theta 2 value check. If you add theta 1 plus theta 2, if that is equals to 90 degrees, theta 1 plus theta 2 is equals to 90, then the problem is belongs to the complementary angle concept. Okay, now in such a case, the ranges is always equals. The ranges is always equal, means first body cover the range R1, second body will cover the range R2. See, by the diagram only we can see both the body will reach the same point, means the range covered by the both the bodies in case of complementary angles is equals to each other. Means first body range if you take R1, second body range also R1 is equals to R2. No need to write, derive anything. In case of complementary angles, you check whether the angles are complementary. No need to solve any problem. Check the options. R1 equals to R2 is there or not. If it is there, that is the answer. R1 equals to R2. In case of complementary angles, R1 is equals to R2. Now, if they ask what is the maximum height relations, maximum height formula we learn H is equals to vertical component square by 2z. So first formula, if it is first one, if you take H1 is equals to u square sine square theta by 2z. This is the height gained by the first body. Second, H2 equals to u square sine square 90 minus theta, second one, by 2z. Okay. Here sine 90 minus theta, what we get? Sine 90 minus theta is cos theta. So this H2 we can write, this is u square cos square theta by 2c. If you take this is H1, this is H2. Now if you add h1 plus h2, the sum of the heights h1 plus h2, if you do h1 plus h2, if you do, see guys, here u square by 2z is there, here also u square by 2z is there, here sin square theta is there, here cos square theta is there. If you take u square by 2z is common, in trigonometry we learned sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. The sum of the heights in case of complementary angles is equals to this much. This is the shortcut formula. What is the sum of the heights gained by the body? If you take this is h1, this is h2. h1 plus h2 equals to how much? U square by 2z. When should we use? What is the use of this formula? See, in problem they will give the difference of the heights gained by the two bodies, they will give, means the difference of the two bodies h1 and h2, difference of the two bodies heights gained by the two bodies they will give, and u value they will give. U values they may give in the problem, u value and theta values they will give. They will give the difference of the heights h1 minus h2 value they will give. So u value we have 2z, anyhow it is a 2 constant, g value 9.8 or 10, based on that formula we can take. Okay, this h1 plus h2 is equals to the difference they will give. By using this formula we can get addition of the sum of the two. So h1 minus h2 value we know that, h1 plus to h2 value we know that. They will ask what is the height h1 and h2. h1 plus h2, h1 minus h2 we know that. Add one time you will get h1 value. If you take the difference you will take h2 value. Okay, this is the way, this is the importance of this formula. Okay, so in case of complementary angles what happen? Ranges, if they ask relations ranges, means r1 is always equals to r2. If they ask heights h1 and h2, the sum of the heights h1 plus h2 is equals to u square by 2z. Okay guys, this is the relation in case of complementary angles. Write down. Relations of ranges and height. Guys, similarly if you take time, time of flight for the first one, t1 is equals to 2u sin theta by g. t2 is 2u sin 90 minus theta by g. These are the formula for time of flight for the first body and the second body. Okay, so see again here sin 90 minus theta, we will get cos theta. So this we can write t2 equals to 2u cos theta by g. This is 2u sin theta by g. This is 2u cos theta by g. Now, if you take the product of these two, t1 into t2, product of the two times if you take, complementary angles, ranges are equal, r1 is equals to r2. This is the first point. Heights, the sum of the heights is u square by 2z. Now, the product of the times if you take, t1 into t2, this is 2u sin theta by g, 2u cos theta by g. Okay, this is 2u sin theta by g, this is 2u cos theta by g. U into u, it becomes u square. So product of these two, sin 2 theta by g into g. This is the way we can write. Product of the times we can write. This is becomes 2u square sine 2 theta by g square. U square sine 2 theta by g. This see, u square sine 2 theta by g is nothing but u square sine 2 theta by is nothing but range. Okay, so the product of the times t1 into t2 equals to 2 by g into range. This is the relation between times and range. Here R is R1, or you can take R2. Why? Because in case of complementary angles, we know that R1 is equals to R2. If you take R1 is equals to R2, if they give first body range, we can write R1. If they give second body range, we can take R2. So T1 into the product of the times of flights, T1 into T2 is equals to 2 by G into R. This is the relation. Okay, write down. T1 into T2, product of the times is equals to 2R by G. Product of the times is equals to 2R by G. Okay, guys. Product of the times T1 into T2 equals to 2R by G. So we got three relations. If they ask ranges, R1 equals to R2, heights, sum of the heights equals to U square by 2G, product of the times equals to 2 times of range by G, 2R by G. If they ask what is the relation between ranges and height, if they ask relation between range and height, write down that also. Sometimes they will give h1 and h2, they will ask range. So this is the formula we can write. Range R equals to 4 times of product of heights. R equals to 4 into root h1 h2. And this formula we can write, this is product of times T1 into T2 equals to 2R by G. See, T1 into T2 equals to 2 by G into R, no? So that we can write in another formula also. T1 into T2 equals to 2R by G. Now if they ask, sometimes they will give time, this 1 by 2 G, T1, T2. This is the formula we can write. One by 2 G T1 into T2. So these are the important relations while doing the problems based on the projectile and complementary angle concept. Okay, complementary angles we should know by seeing the question paper or the problem. You have to know that the problem is related to the complementary angle or not. Complementary angle means the sum of the two angles should be equals to 90 degrees. When the angle summation is equals to 90 degrees, ranges should be equal. R1 is equals. Range is always equal. If you take any angle, you will get range is same. Okay. R1 is equals to R2. If they are heights relations, H1 plus H2 equals to U square by 2Z. If they ask relations of the times, G will come. These are the fundamental relations. From that, we can develop the number of concepts, number of formulas based on our requirement. Okay. That H1 into H2 is equals to half GT square is there. No? Sometimes they will give 4H1 into 4H2 also. That also I will tell you. See. 4h into 4h2, if you write 4h1 into 4h2 means half gt1 square into half g t2 square. 4h1 into 4h2 is equals to half gt1 square into half gt2 square is there. 4 4s are, so see, this is 2 2s are 4. That becomes, if you do squaring on both sides, what we get? 64 h1 into h2 we can write the product of t1 and t2 if they ask. Product of t1 and t2. The t1 into t2 we can see 4h1 into 4h2 is equals to half gt1 square into half gt2 square. So that 64 h1 h2 we can write g square t1 square into t square. This is g square t1 square into t2 square. That we can write. See that relation t1 square into t2 square. See that is 4h1 h2. See I'm writing this. See 4h1 into 4h2 is equals to half g t1 square into half gt square. That we can write 64 h1 into h2. If you take 64 h1 and h2, 64 times of h1 and h2 if you take, that is equals to g square into t1 square into t2 square, g square into t1 square into t2 square. If they ask what is the relation between t1 and t2, product of times they will ask. So t1 into t2 equals to 64 h1 h2 by g square will come. This is t1 into t2 whole square. So we want t1 into t2. Root, if you apply it, root 64 means 8 will come. 8 root this. This is another formula. Product of the times, if they ask in terms of the heights, product of the time t1 into t2 is equals to root h1 into h2 by g. Okay, understood, Amma? Ranges are equal, r1 equal. If they ask range and height, ranges and the heights relation means this r equals to 4 h1 h2. Range and the time, if they ask range, r equals to half g into t1 into t2. Times and heights, if they ask, this is the relation. So we have 4 relations in case of complementary angles. One is r1 is equals to r2. Second one, h1 plus h2 is equals to u square by 2z. Third one, product of the times is equals to t1 into t2 is equals to this root 8 h1 h2. Otherwise half gt square we get now. R is equals to half g1 and g2. This is the formula we can use. If you want, you can write beside the formula. If they give heights, if they ask product of the time, this is the formula. Okay guys, if they give heights and they ask times, product of the times, this is the formula. If they give times, if they ask range, this is the formula. If they give heights, if they ask range, this is the formula. Okay, understood? And if they ask relation between the ranges, this is the formula, r1 equals to r2. So normally in problems they give in case of complementary angles the above, which is the suitable, which correct, choose the correct option they will ask. First option they will give r1 is equals to r2. Second option they will give h1 plus h2 is equals to u square by g, u square by 2z. Third option they will give r is equals to half, this they will give half g1 and t2. Fourth one they will give above the all, means fourth option is correct one. So we have to know the all the options, means all the relations. If you know all the relations, then we can pick up the correct options. Okay, so next class we will discuss about the horizontal projectile. Understood? We will discuss about the horizontal projectile. Horizontal projectile means a body is projected from a certain height, what happened. Okay, and one more thing they will ask in case of projectile, if it is a maximum height, what is the velocity of the body at the maximum height, half of its maximum height, 3/4 of its maximum height they will ask. That all we will learn we will discuss in the next discussion. Okay, understood? So this is the brief discussion of the oblique projectile. In the next session we will discuss about the horizontal projectile. Horizontal projectile means body projected from a certain height, whether it is a downwards or upwards, In that also, in NEET examination, they used to ask one problem that is called as body projected from one tower to another tower. They will give two towers. The two towers is separated by a certain distance. If a body is projected from one tower, whether it will goes to the second tower or not. Normally these kind of things we used to saw in the Balakrishna movie or in Rajinikanth movies. The cars are jumping from one tower to another tower. Okay, that we will discuss in the next session. Okay, thank you, have a nice day, see you. Thank you.